Good evening, ladies, gentlemen. This is your host, Brock Mendoza, coming to you live from WH09's The Shades with a brand new, our first ever official installment of Tales from Elsewhere. Dun, 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 dun. And as promised, today we will be diving into our first official story of horror. That's right. Brought to you by Chloro Wipes. Need to kidnap somebody? Is your underground dungeon feeling lonely and bare? Well, have no fear. With the new Chloro Wipes, just one surprising grab of the mouth, and your victim will sleep soundly. That is until they wake up in whatever grisly palace of darkness you have in store for them. Or maybe if you just want your spouse to shut up while you watch your favorite 9 o'clock program. Chloro Wipes, now available in 5 colors. Hello, everyone. Tonight, Harold Lanchester will find a most happy home with a most horrendous secret. In tonight's tale, My Wife is a Banshee. Now, as we go into this story, need I remind you that not only will we find fear, but we will also find perhaps a few laughs. So, let us begin with My Wife is a Banshee. Harold Lanchester was a mild-mannered stockbroker and amateur taxidermist. He lived comfortably with his wife Matilda in a lovely apartment in the city. That is, until one day when something unexpected came in the mail. "Harold, honey." "Yes, Matilda, something came in the mail for us." "And what is it?" "I believe it's from a relative, or rather, a friend of a relative." "A friend of a relative, you say? Well, what is it?" It's a letter. Oh, well, look at that." "Well, what is it, honey?" "It's from my grandfather's second cousin's boyfriend's sister, twice removed." "Your grandfather's second cousin's boyfriend's sister twice removes old what?"
Well, let me read it then. Oh, well, you don't say.
"We don't say what?"
"Apparently, my grandfather's, this relative's friend has recently, deceased."
"Oh, I'm so sorry."
"Oh, no, don't worry, she was bound for it anyway." She just couldn't stay away from the pie. Well, anyway, apparently she's left me her old estate up north.
An old estate? What do you mean?
She left me an old house up north. I mean, how more complicated does it get from that, Harold?
Oh, true. I've had a very long day.
Well, anyway, apparently it seems to be an old manor house. Why, my God, look at it. It looks very beautiful.
Yes, I guess you're right. All nice and Victorian, despite being in the northern United States. Don't tell me you're...
Of course I'm thinking of moving there. You think I want to be in this raggedy old apartment with all your taxidermy projects hanging around?
Hey, we both agreed that you would let me use the living room as a workshop because I don't have space.
Well, there you go. Why don't we move into this old mansion and, well, I guess you could just retire early and just keep taxiderming. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so let's move there then.
Oh, well, all right. I'll put everything in order.
Even though Harold would have adored having a new workshop for his taxidermy projects, something just didn't seem quite right about this new development. But soon, Harold would find out that there was also something not quite right with his wife. Upon arriving at the old manor known as Willow Peak, Harold could not help but feel a rather cold sensation up his spine. I can't help but feel the rather cold sensation up my spine.
Oh, Harold, you probably just need to go number 2.
Well, I guess you're right. He didn't need to go number 2 at all. The manor was just nothing that he expected it to be. Yes, it looked rather nice on the outside, as any house from the north would look, but on the inside, it was old, it was cold. The paint wasn't so bad, nice grayish color, paintings everywhere, paintings that Harold could not help but feel were all looking at him. My, is this your grandfather's second cousin's boyfriend's sister twice removes?
Why, yes, that's her right there.
Upon the staircase, upon the window, was a painting of Matilda's grandfather's second cousin's boyfriend's sister twice removed, Greta Gerwenstein. Harold could not help but stare at her stern and revolting stare. It was a painting, but it seemed like a snapshot of a very miserly old woman. A very miserly old woman that he hoped would not haunt this new home. I hope she's not haunting this old home.
Oh, Harold, don't be ridiculous. There's no such things as ghosts, but there is such a thing as being lazy. Now, why don't you go help the movers settle in while I go to the kitchen and whip us up some old shepherd's pie?
Afterwards, I want to go to the library, see if Greta left any documents we should tend to. After a long day of moving and getting his balls busted constantly by Matilda, Harold settled down in bed next to his lovely wife as the sands of Morpheus were slowly and slowly making their way into their eyes, nestling them to sleep. Morpheus's sands are slowly and slowly making their way towards my eyes and nestling me to sleep.
Why, yes, I'm feeling rather pooped too.
Feeling rather what?
Tired, Harold. I'm feeling rather tired.
Oh, well, good night, honey. And as the hours passed, and the two lovers made their ways into their dreams, midnight came a-knocking. The cold, harsh, and very annoying sounds of the midnight air creaked their way through the house. For as you all know, old houses have a habit of talking in the night time. And thus Harold was awoken, for he could not sleep, for he kept hearing a certain scratching upon his door. What is that infernal scratching I keep hearing upon the door? Making his way out of bed and grabbing his nightrobe, Harold made his way to the hallway, and the scratching grew ever and ever fainter. Must be some bird or some raven of some sort who made his way inside the house. Oh, but it wasn't, for it was something that Harold thought only existed in the creature features. As he made his way through the corridor, downward towards the kitchen, where he hoped to prepare himself a snack, for he thought perhaps the hunger had gotten to him. But before he could make his way to the end of the hall, he heard a rather unseemly noise, a rather horrific vocalization coming from behind him. Harold! My God, what is that noise? Is that you, Matilda? No, Harold, look behind you. Not to your left, you idiot. Look behind you. Oh, God, what is this? It was the ghost of Fredrickson Johnson. I am the ghost of Fredrickson Johnson. The ghost of Fredrickson Johnson? Yes, that's what I said, the ghost of Fredrickson Johnson. Now listen closely, Harold. But wait, I don't really know who you are, Fredrickson Johnson. I am the old groundskeeper, or rather, what is left of me in this ghostly form. I knew it! There's something off about this place. I have to get out of here. No, Harold. You must leave. That's exactly what I said. I'm going to leave, but first I need to wake up my wife. No, Harold. You must leave by yourself. For a great danger awaits you if you stay. Well, what danger is it? Tell me, ghost of Fredrickson Johnson. I can't tell you. What do you mean you can't tell me? Isn't that why you've appeared in this spectral guise? No, I'm just supposed to tell you that there's a danger on the way, Harold. Not exactly what it is. Well, do you know exactly what it is? Yes. Well, will you tell me? No. Why? Ghost rules, Harold. I have to follow them. Gosh. Anyway, just get the hell out of here. Before what, Ghost of Fredrickson Johnson? Before darkness falls upon you and steals your very soul. And just like that, the ghost of Fredrickson Johnson disappeared into the night. and Harold awoke in his bed, simply brushing it off as a mere nightmare. The days pass, and no ghost was seen in Willow Peak. No ghosts, but the delightful memories that Matilda had as a child in her grandfather's second cousin's boyfriend sister twice removed's old mansion. But at least until one day when Harold asked Matilda quite the bombshell. "Matilda, did anybody die in this house?"
What? No, why would you ask that?
"Because the other day I saw the ghost of Fredrickson Johnson."
Who the bloody hell is Fredrickson Johnson?
"I don't know, apparently the old groundskeeper."
Oh, well, there you go. He was the old groundskeeper. Maybe he did die here. I don't know. It's not like I really care. I need to remodel the kitchen."
"Oh, are you using the colors that I bought?"
"No, I threw them out and I bought some new colors that I'm going to use."
Really, Matilda?"
"Yes, Harold, you have rather horrific taste. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to whip up some biscuits for tea time."
But soon enough, Harold would realize that he also had bad taste in women. The following night, Harold once again awoke, for he heard a strange noise, once again knocking on the door. It grew ever closer, ever louder, and Harold made his way out of bed and noticed that his wife Matilda was not in bed with him. Dun, 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 dun. "Matilda! My God, where is she? Has she been taken by the ghost?" And then suddenly he heard the knocking grow ever louder. "My God, what is this infernal knocking?" He made his way out of the door and into the hallway, and he saw his wife Matilda banging her head against the wall in an infernal fury. Matilda, what is it? Why are you banging your head against the wall in such an infernal fury?" "Matilda slowly turned her head to look at her husband, her eyes pale as the very souls of the beast that her husband Harold stuffs. Matilda, why are you looking at me that way?"
"Why are you looking at me that way, Harold?"
said Matilda, sounding rather older and decrepit.
"You always look at me with those eyes, Harold, looking at me as if I'm crazy."
"Well, I'm not." Matilda, what's happening to you? Why do you look like a demon? Why do you look like a banshee?" she said horrifically. "Why, Harold, I have always been a banshee." "Oh no," said Harold, "my wife is a banshee."
Dun, 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 dun.
"That's right, Harold, I am a banshee." "Well, said Harold, "well, what happens now? I mean, yeah, you're a banshee, and I mean, we've been married for about 20 years now. I mean, I'd like to think we have a very stable relationship." "Harold, I'm going to eat your soul." "Oh, well, why didn't you do that earlier?" "I needed a proper setting, Harold." "Oh, well, wow, you spent so many years eating my dick, and now you want to eat my soul." "That's just how it works, Harold." "Well, should I run?" "Yes." And so Harold ran, and he ran, and he ran, but he could not escape the horror of the banshee. Making his way to the cellar, he found himself inside of a trapped door, and through a tunnel he made his way deeper and deeper into the chasms, into the roots of the house. and he saw. My God, what is this? I can't believe this. He saw a collection most horrific. A collection of Vincent Price Blu-rays. My God, they have everything. Cry of the Banshee, House on Haunted Hill. My God, Greta sure had a very great collection. I know. Suddenly his wife, the Banshee, appeared before him in full Banshee form. White, ghastly, ghostly, and very, very hungry. No, no, Matilda, don't eat my soul. No, Harold, I will eat your soul. Not on my watch. Oh no, it's the ghost of Frederickson Johnson. This house has been assaulted by banshees for about 10 generations. And you, Matilda, it ends with you. I think not, ghost of Frederickson Johnson. Well, you will, because I'm here to kick your ass. But, Frederickson Johnson, we are ghostly. We have no asses. I was speaking metaphorically. Well, while you two duke it out, I'm gonna leave. No! You're staying right there, for you will witness true power. You're ghosts, not, wizards or anything, and I really want to leave. Oh, well, okay, fine, just leave. I mean, yes, it's not like you're going to see some massive spectacle. Oh, yes, go ahead, leave. Oh, well, okay, but not before I set this house on fire. And so Harold gathered matches and oil and set the place ablaze, while the two ghosts were battling in a hard game of Chinese checkers. Oh, God dang you, ghost of Matilda there. You win this round, but aha! I've got you now. No! Where did you learn the crisscross moves of Cheng Lao? Who do you think taught Cheng Lao the crisscross moves of Chinese checkers? Ah! And as the house burned down, Harold made his way outside. My God, that is the last time I am going on Craigslist to find a stable relationship. But little did Harold know that just because you burn down a house doesn't mean that its horrors will not follow you. Many years passed, and Harold ventured further into the taxidermy business, became quite a successful stuffer of dead animals, and he spent the rest of his days in the Canary Islands. That is until one night he heard that infernal knocking once again. And that is when he knew that he was forever doomed. For that infernal knocking signaled his wife on the horizon. Well, I guess this is where it ends, said Harold, and as he made his way outside, he saw his wife, beautiful as the day he met her.
Harold, I believe it's time for you to come with me.
Why, yes, Matilda, I believe it is. And with a kiss, Harold slipped into the cold hands of death, where he and Matilda, now ghosts for all of eternity, continued to haunt the halls of the newly refurbished Willow Peak until the end of time. This has been Tales of Elsewhere. Please join us again next week for our next installment, which is sure to claw at your very soul. Please join us next week for My Best Friend's Girlfriend is a Werewolf. Dun, 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 dun.